All right, I'm Greg Cummings, CEO of Power 100 and your host on today's Power Chat. We got two absolute industry titans with us today. We have Chris from Modernize and we have Vince from Premier. Welcome, guys. Excited to hear what you have to say today.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So you guys go way back. Before we kind of get into your story and how you all met and the success that you've had over the years, maybe for the audience that doesn't know who you are, Vince, dive into a little bit of your history, and then Chris, we'll do the same for you as well.
All right. Yeah. No. Look. Thank you for having me, Greg. This is going to be. I think this is going to be a good one. It's going to be fun. I started my career way back in consulting, really in marketing consulting. We had a little. It was a former VP of Goodyear that actually wanted to start up her own boutique agency, and she did. And I got lucky. I was one of her first employees, and it was great. We worked out of Panara. We had 6 or 8 clients, and it was this little kind of, got to do it all. The benefit is I got to learn from an industry vet, somebody that was at Goodyear, right? A similar time when a lot of my friends were working at, you see people working at McKinsey, you see people working at EY and some of these big companies, and working at a startup, isn't exactly that same level of chic, but it's kind of funny how things come full circle, as that's exactly where I am again. But after that, I had left and went to a company called First Energy here in Akron, Ohio, worked in finance, and was there for about a little bit over a year. And I left there to go to a company called Leaf Filter, and it was kind of a strange move at the time. And that was really my first taste of the home improvement atmosphere. But the reason I left is I always wanted to just be able to really create my own destiny in a way. And I know so many people in this industry do. And I was walking through the cubicle farm down there, and it was a Fortune 200 company. And I actually saw a little kind of sheet of paper hung up in somebody's cubicle, and it said, "Thanks for your 15 years of service." And I remember kind of the feeling that came over me. And I said, I don't know if that's right for me. And it was at the time where, I felt like I could work 16 hours a day and nobody would notice, or I could work 4.5 hours a day and nobody would notice. And I said, I think culturally I'm looking for something different. So boy, was it different. It was a company called Leaf Filter Gutter Protection. And it was a little $35 million company, regional, across the country. And, I was there from 2014 until 2022. I always say right place, right time. That's absolutely true. Also, took a lot of the right action during that right place, right time, had a lot of really incredible mentors. And we grew that company to around $1.8 billion. And I had left that in 2022 to become the CMO at American Residential Services, which is really a conglomerate heating and air conditioning and plumbing company that owns over 70 different HVAC and plumbing companies across the country. The story ends where I left ARS. I was very happy there. But I actually got approached by the two founders, both Noah Jackson and AJ Wadian, about this opportunity at this company called Premier Home Pros. And it was really interesting. They said, "Hey, Vince, we have this company. It'll do around $15 million in sales this year. And, we've got aspirations to do 25 million next year. And, we're looking for somebody who can really help us get there." And at the time I was happy at ARS. It's a great company. I wasn't looking for something specific. But they had asked, like, "Anyway, you'll just get breakfast with us and just kind of hear us out." And I said, "Of course, I'm always open to getting breakfast." And went to breakfast, and it was one of those moments where I was like, that entrepreneur fire was just lit in me. And I was like, I have to do this. This is just the stars aligned. I was so excited about it. So, now I'm with Premier Home Pros. I'm a co-owner with both AJ and Noah. We actually just surpassed our yearly revenue goals this month, just a couple of days ago. And we did $50 million so far year to date. But yeah, that's kind of where the story ends. That's my journey. I don't know that I grew up dreaming of working in home improvement, but it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it's just such a great industry to be in. So that's me, and that's my background.